Here we go, my friends. Um, let's see. Let me move this out of the way for myself here, please. But let's. Oh, that's true. Um, I need to figure out how to get that completely out of the way. We don't want that blocking things. All right. Well, that may be for another day, my friends. So here we go. We are on to this match in Division B West, and I gotta fix my overlay a little bit here. We're blocking things. Let's see. Come on, Streamlabs. Yeah, our B West is right in the middle of the in-game piece, which I think is a setting I've got wrong. Oh, inside of my game overlay. Here we go. That's going to be our fastest way through that, my friends. We know it's Division B West because I'm only casting some B West right now. So, back to the game.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
That part's not perfect either. I have some talents that are a little bit ski-pompous and some volume that is going to be crazy loud. Alright, so this game, because it is played so many weeks ago, is on the previous patch, which can make audio sources and such go a little bit crazy. But on our blue team, Spooky Ghost, we have Eric with K on Leoric. We have Waniba filling in from Roll1 Esports as Malfurion. Kalidas on the Greymane, Boundrix on the Tassadar, and Rogoth on the Johanna, which means that Rift and Eric with a, oh no, not Eric with a K, Little Wolf are missing in action. On our red team, and if I go on too long, I get to pause. We have Kian on the Sonya, Demon Grand on the Tychus, Peach as Anduin, Wizard Beast as the Garrosh, and Dingo as the Nazebo. Alright, so a couple things to talk about very quickly. Because this is the old patch, minions act differently in lane, and towers still have the call for help, and experience globes still exist in their small format. So we see a bit of a hopeful gank, I suppose, from the side of Dragonsong, but that gives the... Oh, wait a second. Maybe this is right after the patch, because these spawned right at 30 seconds. It's got to be post-patch. My apologies, I was talking wrong. Oh, Wizard Beast was looking for some Johanna there. Now, Joe's not the easiest person to throw early in the game, but oh, you gotta love the Super Sonya skin. So a very small experience lead right now. Well, that grew a little bit wider there. Just the faster clear that we're seeing from Spooky Ghosts and the snappier start on the waves and also on the camps. And the current setup with the patch is such that small victories add up quite quickly, and so the game has definitely ramped up in speed over past years and has become a little bit more snowbally. We'll see how things may be addressed and tweaked, but it's designed to have games go a little bit faster, and I would say have a more meaningful early game, which is funny because that was literally one of the names of the changes they made once upon a time. Oh, Kian's out a little forward. He'll be alright. Colitis being just the absolute camper on Greymane. He's been leading the way to all 3 of the Spooky Ghost camps. Oh, Garrosh looking. Toss with the Tassadar wall. Joe's on the wrong side. Oh, great basket. And we have first blood going over to the side of Dragonsong. Joe not having the mobility since we're pre-level 7. I don't actually know if Rogoth takes that talent. And because Valfurion was up helping the Greymane, there was no healer present, and even the Tassadar wall, which was designed to be helpful, got him in a little bit of trouble. Oh, Tassadar is outnumbered here. Wall trying to save himself, kind of just delaying the inevitable here, and I think Boundrix knows that. And the second kill of the game also going over to Dragonsong. But a big invade here. Kian can't hold the camp. And I think that was a wise counter by the side of Spooky Ghosts, being as they knew where the other 4 members of Dragonsong were, and they had a sneaking suspicion Sonya was there. They were able to just dive in. And so here's a choice that you can see a lot of times on Infernal Shrines, and that is, do you take the first Punisher or do you get Siege in another lane? I actually think that the current patch has probably incentivized the Siege in another lane even more. Oh, good sleepy root there by Waniba. Good toss out into the fray from Garrosh. Nice root from Peach on the Anduin. So they do lose the wall. They do have a nice lead here. Dingo deciding to back up, which I think is wise with that low mana and low health. So now, can Spooky Ghosts catch up with their level 7 lead on the Shrine Defenders, or can Dragonsong come in and finish this out? I like Demon Grand's positioning here across the wall, being very safe there. 28, Sonya did push in this top lane, so we've got a little bit of siege to deal with. Big slow there. We do have Subdue from the Johanna. So 32 to 13. They need to get in there if Dragonsong is going to finish off this shrine. Spooky Ghost is getting very close to having it be even. Oh, with Eric with a K going down, that does make it a little bit more difficult, though. Boundrix soaking up a few more with that Psystorm, but it does ultimately go over to the side of Dragonsong. This is a frozen Punisher, very good for sieging. Punishers no longer leap the wall in the current patch. I kind of missed that one. I think there was some strategy involved with leaping the wall that was more interesting to me, but we've only been on the patch for about 3 weeks, and we'll see how things work out. Oh, big toss on the Tassadar. Wizard Beast just looking for blood there. Oh, a good into the fray means that Tychus is able to finish it. So let's see, the John Cena, the Punisher, does run out of health. The wave is cleared, so they got about a quarter, maybe a fourth, or excuse me, a quarter to a third of the bottom fort plus the wall, and they've got a little bit of a lead. If we look at, oh, that did not work, the button I was hoping for. Alt 4, Control 4, nope. All right, I don't have my experience that I can look at, which is probably that my overlay is off. Or my storm interface, that's what it's called in the settings. Oh, big 5-man engage here. Pull out on the Tychus. They wisely give the fort. They were up 10s, but they were down numbers. Sonya getting value in this top lane, really trying to even that back up. And Kian just putting in some homework there, being the trash man, if you will. So very even on the map. Dragonsong is slightly ahead with their kills and having that bottom fort. We've seen some great aggression out of Spooky Ghosts here. And will this work? Alright, this definitely tells me I'm on the base HOTS overlay because this part is huge. Nazebo, 67 stacks on Thing of the Deep, Thing of the Deep being as how it's set up. I suppose if you selected Thing of the Deep after you got a couple minion kills on Gazebo's baseline, it could be different, but I'm assuming that's not the case. But a little bit more damage on that bottom fort wall. Leoric with the flank here. Let's turn this off. Ooh, that was a great look. That was pixels of difference. Entomb is a very low cooldown, so I imagine we're going to see more of those plays, and I imagine that Eric with K will hit quite a few of them. That one just happens to be a swing and a miss, but you miss 100% of the hooks you don't throw. That's from Stitches, of course. Oh, Wizard Beast. Oh, nice throwaway. I was expecting the Blessed Shield to hit, but maybe the damage wasn't quite in line, and Garrosh does get away safely. Kian up here trying to press his luck, see if he can get that level 13 advantage. Oh, we see the big rotation. We see the big rotation. Kian seems to be sniffing that out and has backed up. Demon Grand here in mid. The wall did fall. Taking a lot of free damage. I would have liked to have seen Demon Grand just back up a smidge there. Let the minions kind of do their thing. Dragonsong going down here for this fort, making the macro choice here. I kind of like it. Now the question is how much can they get done. This middle lane is very open. Demon Grand is kind of out and killable. Kian still pushing with the Sonya. They're working on that 13. It does mean that they have given this shrine. This Mortar Punisher is going over to the side of Spooky Ghost, but here they are on the keep wall. I don't know that they have enough siege yet to really get a lot of damage done there. Nice throwaway by Wizard Beast there. Oh, but this 5-man rotation. Blessed Shield does whiff. Peach is in a little bit of trouble going for the self-light bomb. Oh, big toss out of that with the pull to boot. There's not another pull. That grenade did so much work by Demon Grand. That grenade made it so that the TAS shock ray did not finish. Sonya's able to really just solo down the Punisher, and that really went in favor of Dragonsong. I was a little bit worried coming into that. And so Dragonsong has a nice lead on the map. It's still really close from an experience perspective, but by having a full keep down to only call it a third of a keep down mid, and the wave pressure they've got built up, it gives Dragonsong the ability to, for example, siege this mid wall. I imagine Sonya's going to go up top, try to clean this up. I would have liked to have seen Leoric activate the minion frenzy by attacking this building, but it looks like he may be after a team fight. Blind on the Tychus. Oh, taunt blocking the initial Entomb. And the Gargantuan getting a little bit, we'll say 10-15% on that fort. But that same 10, 15, 20% was taken up here by just the minions. So they are up, so trades favor Dragonsong, but they got to be very careful because that looked very scary for a moment there. I don't know that Joe dies here. Big silent scream from the Malfurion. We see the Black Hole. Garrosh is going down. Oh, Blessed Shield. Anduin's in big trouble now. The light bomb, but I worry it's going to be too late. Greymane is going to be able to just dig through. We did see the Leoric die here on the bottom, but 2 for 1, and Leoric's still here on the battlefield being able to cheat death. Kian up here, still doing chores. Still picking up all the trash, not leaving anything behind. And so now Dragonsong, this is a tough position to defend right now. Oh, the Gargantuan way out front to clear the minion wave, really I think is a wise choice, because then they can't get in under the fort without taking damage. Demon Grand very low. backing up wisely so that Greymane can't come in. Kian taking the aggressive camp, being very cheeky in the top lane. And Dragonsong's in a great position. They're still up on kills. They're definitely up on structures. This shrine position favors them because they have a bottom fort that Spooky Ghosts do not. And while Spooky Ghosts, yes, will have this camp, there's still a little bit of ways to 16. And it gives Dragonsong the ability to take 2-stage fights a little bit easier. So if they want to clear this camp, oh, Kian's got to be careful. Spooky Ghost is trying to be sneaky in them vents. But on the other hand, we see the Leoric taking a lot of damage, and Eric with a K goes down. I was focusing on the wrong offlaner getting ganked, I guess, but lots of pressure here. Kian is going up to clear. Got a text from one of my son's friends, or excuse me, one of my daughter's friends, and they will be here for a playdate tomorrow. So, good news at the Valk House. Alright, Spooky Ghost taking a cheeky camp of their own up here in the top lane, but that camp is going to go just directly under fort and start getting blasted. It'll be a fairly easy clear, and Dragonsong now has the Arcane Punisher going into bottom lane, and they are in fact not even going after this to stop it. They do have the positive wave pressure. It's not actually doing any structure damage yet, though it will here along the wall. And Dragonsong moving in. If they can take this keep, that puts them in a great position for this game. Okay, leap onto the Joe, or excuse me, that wasn't Joe, that was the York. Taunt onto the Joe. She's about to get the 35 armor. Oh, and Joe goes down. Dragonsong may be looking for the kill right here. Big stun onto Eric with a K. They take the fort. John Cena still has 46% health, and they are making the core call. Black hole from Boundrix. Demon Grand gets out of it. This is going to be game, folks. Alright, well, I liked how Dragonsong played it, and they were able to ride that Punisher to a 14-minute game. So congratulations, Dragonsong, on your win in map number 1. So we'll mark that. All right, we're going to quit replay. We're going to go, you know, this screen is wrong because I can't get the bands or the maps to fix itself. But while we're here for a moment, I'm going to try to fix a few things, such as my Storm interface. All right. Oh, well. Apparently I have to log in each time. I'm glad I'm on this screen. Otherwise I'd be broadcasting one of my email addresses out there. All right, let's see, my friends. I just need to add this to my Heroes of the Storm files, so that way I can have my overlay match up a little bit better. with me for a moment. Options. Booyah. All right, we are loading back in. Thanks for the patience there, folks, as we figure out our interface. I got a new computer. Well, really, it's been about a year and a half, but apparently I have not been casting much in that time if I've not had my interface set up. I apparently had one of the Storm interfaces, didn't realize it was in there. All right, Braxis Holdout is game number 2. Interesting.
Facility powering up.
We're about to.
We gotta cut the sound again. Unfortunately, that's gonna be part of every single game. But, oh come on, capture the game. There we go. So, Braxis Holdout. Some of our hotkeys are going to work this time that didn't work last time. So that part will be nice. There we go. All right, so Eric with a K is Yrel, Gul'dan is Kalidas, Little Wolf on Anduin, Boundrix for Genji, and Rogoth with ETC. So we see that Little Wolf was able to make it for game 2. And for our blue team, Tassadar is Dingo, Arthas is Kian, Zeratul is Wizard Beast. We're going to pause that in the background. Demon Grand is now tanking as a Nubarak, and Stukov is played by Peach. Let's get this out of the way. And we heard the power slide. Oh, the burrow charge away. See, now we're able to see talents down here at the bottom like I prefer. Much easier. So Demon Grand having the Hearth. We see Stukov versus Yrel in the bottom lane, which is probably not ideal, but they're starting to make the switch now. I am an Arthas enjoyer. I think he can be great on this map because he can trade really well once he gets level 4 and 7. His clear is not amazing, and Cindergosa can absolutely be amazing. I will say I don't love Arthas into Genji. That part can be tough. I'm going to minimize that. Hopefully no one saw the spoilers there. Oh, Wizard Beast. He took a chunk of the Gul'dan there, which was instantly healed up by the Drain Life. So Spooky Ghost showing great command over getting the camps done on this map. They already have 2 camps out, a very small experience lead that's not going to last very long for Dragonsong, and now they've got to deal with the camps. The clear on the side of Dragonsong really is on Tassadar and Zeratul. I would say that Gul'dan just has an oppressive amount of clear, and you can see that right now with Spooky Ghost being able to siege in and Demon Grand as a Nubarak really just not able to do much to defend his forts. You can see the little red frenzy on the minions, and so they get a boost when their friendly team is attacking a structure. Yeah, we're at normal speed, but for a second there I thought we might be going a little fast. Now, with how the playoffs are set up, I believe these 2 teams will actually be facing each other again in the first round of the B West playoffs. Oh, Arthas getting Yrel extremely low there. A Nubarak falling in the bottom. And Zeratul finishes off the Yrel. But with the numbers advantage and the more difficult clear, oh, Dingo might be dead. He is. The Genji Swift Strike comes in and finishes off the Tassadar there. We do get some channel for the red side beacon, but we have lost an entire wall and a chunk of the fort already. Oh, Wizard Beast in a little bit of trouble. The Genji just being able to slowly whittle him down with Ninja Stars. This is a very good map for Genji. I would be curious to see the pick order on this one, but so a Nubarak there gaining armor from the fort, but it doesn't stack with his spell armor. It just was also giving him physical armor, which is why you saw the 2 icons there, one for physical and one for spell. It does mean that under the current patch that natural armor as part of your hero's kit is less helpful, but in the case of a Nubarak there, him getting physical armor certainly doesn't hurt. He just didn't get any more spell armor. Oh, we see a rotation up here. Yrel looks like she's getting away. I think I saw a Hand of Freedom used there. Yep, she did take it at level 4. A little bit of a dance back and forth. Wizard Beast back on as the Zeratul. But again, you can see just that snap clear from the Gul'dan being extremely impactful here. I would have loved to have seen a burrow charge to maybe get a little bit more time on that stun for the Stu Cup Silence Puddle to come through. The Nubarak solo. Oh, he tried burrowing out, but the Genji was able to finish him off. And so this is going to be a very tough situation for Dragonsong. Their wall is already gone, their tank is dead, and by the time the tank gets here, this structure will be gone. You can see Rogoth positioning very aggressively there, looking for the Zeratul on the slide, and the building is gone right as a Nubarak is respawning. Kalidas able to keep the waves down, Little Wolf pumping out the healing from the Anduin, and this is certainly going to be keep wall and potentially even be a large portion of the keep. The Zerg wave only says 56%, but the Broodlords here in the back can spawn additional Zerglings and Hydralisks. We see the flank from Arthas, and getting a lot of damage done. The Gul'dan was in a bit of trouble until the Leap of Faith came out, so the whole wall, but now you can see Yrel just expanding that experience lead for Spooky Ghosts, and maybe not the most mana efficient hero, that Yrel, but eventually she will clear the wave, and you can see they are comfortably ahead to 10. I would have liked to have seen Kian step up just a smidge more and pick up that globe. So we see here Dragonsong just not having the camp clear quite as fast as Spooky Ghosts. Spooky Ghosts are about to hit 10. I don't know that we see an invade here, but we do see an engage on the Arthas. Big root coming out. He is a little bit stuck, but oh, you have to be very careful with the Arthas on Frozen Tempest when a Genji is deflecting. There was a chance that that killed him, but we now see 10s. We see the Mosh Pit. We see the Light Bomb. We see the Horrify. We see the X Strike, and we see Ardent Defender. Yes, I did read that icon right. So in theory, I suppose, if we got that big mosh into X Strikes resets, Genji could just be unloading with damage, but a lot of safety right now, up 10s for the side of Spooky Ghosts. Dragonsong desperately wants that extra half a level to be able to have their own 10s to work with, but they're having trouble clearing the waves. Check on the bottom lane, fairly stalemate even down there. Maybe Arthas pushes a little bit faster. We do see Black Hole, Syndragosa, Might of the Nerazim, Cocoon, and that is Super Slap. Let's see, not called Massive Shove. Flailing Swipe, that's the name of it. So we do see 5 members of Dragonsong here looking for a potential engage, while also trying to keep stuff off of their fort up here. Oh, a miss on the Genji. No ultimates committed yet. Genji does get very low. Zeratul harassing him out. Oh, the Yrel is now engaging. She backs off. Blue team getting healthy. Yrel moves back down. She doesn't really have a great position to be able to pick up experience, but she wants to defend that point. The Gul'dan corruptions just hurt. Big X Strike from the Genji, finish him off. The Anubarak with the Swift Strike, and now we can see ETC pinging the power slide, but Arthas is in trouble. He does get the Mosh on the Stukov, and that does seal the fate of Arthas, and now you can see that level lead coming into play, and also just the map position. The Cyclone's going to be drilling that fort a little bit. Oh, Yrel will be able to push off the Zeratul, and we see the camp invade from Spooky Ghosts on the top right. So even though not a ton of damage was taken down here, because of the map position, it puts, hey, extra X. Because of the map position, it gives Spooky Ghosts, they're now able to take this fort. And so you can see again, the snowballing nature, not only of the patch, but of this map kind of coming through. And we now have another 100 to 0. I realize that the last one wasn't exactly 0, but anything under 18% is the same as what you would get at 0. We see an aggressive movement forward from Rogoth, the double blink away from the Zeratul. Arthas does commit Syndragosa down here with his little Zerg wave that could, but up here in the top lane we see Dingo goes down to the Swift Strike. Oh, we see the big big Horrify. The Light Bomb almost connected. ETC staying alive despite being very low health. The Arthas does come back. I think we would have liked that Cindergosa here for the defense. I don't know if Arthas stays alive. He does not. And this one is keep, certainly. With Tassadar being back up, they do have their clear. Oh, the Tassadar is no longer alive. ETC does die in the process. The Genji is desperately trying to finish off that Anubarak. Gul'dan coming out here. Oh, big Yrel hammer to keep the Gul'dan alive. The Stukov does go down. The Anubarak goes down. And we are seeing core damage. I don't know if this is an end or not, but man, if it's not, it's going to be so low. Zeratul trying to clean people up. 20%. Yrel's there. 12%. 9%. Yrel dies. 5%. Oh my goodness. This is such a difficult position. Now, yes, the shield will regenerate, and yes, health timers are relatively low for Spooky Ghosts, but this is not a position I would envy for the side of Dragonsong. They're going for the boss right now, trying to have that be off the board so Spooky Ghost can't use a sneaky Genji play to have it help them finish the game. But 5%. Oh, this is scary, my friends. Oh, the Tassadar wall didn't stop the ETC. Oh, what 4 did he take? He did take Crowd Surfer, so walls do not stop Mr. Elite Tarn Chieftain. This boss really is not going to get much. It is going to keep this lane back. Arthas has to be very careful. He is still in great danger of being engaged upon. And we see the Cindergosa come out. ETC power slides away. Alright, they're going to get the whole wall with the engagement here. Oh, the Yrel gets away though. She is low. Arthas trying to run her down, but the Mosh Pit stops him. Oh, Demon Grand just took so much damage. And the side of Dragonsong is relatively low health here, and they are on a full retreat, hoping that the Genji does not kill them. Camp takes by both sides. Dragonsong picking up 2 relatively quickly. Anubarak is still down, so they have to be very, very careful. Spooky Ghost possibly making a dead rush here? Nope. Thinking better of it. It's low enough health, so right now 10,000 health even with the full shield that's on it. So it's roughly 55% of a core's normal value, but a core typically has a shield that gives it 150%. So that's why they're at the 55% right now. So Dragonsong is able to take that camp successfully. They've got a little bit of a retreat from Spooky Ghosts, but this camp pushing in on top, they got to be very careful because Spooky Ghost is going to know that Arthas is up on that camp. Wizard Beast in full stealth mode. They don't know he's there yet. Pinging their warning. Chunking down the Anduin, but blue team is now... Yeah, they have to have finished this. They can't leave it, and they're letting valuable percentage go on the beacon. Wizard Beast trying to get down there to stop it, but... Oh, the Anduin goes down, the Zeratul goes down, ETC is in the cocoon. Arthas is trying to live, but the percentage. Yeah, this one scares me. Yeah, with Tassadar alive is a good thing. Tassadar dead and a full Zerg wave coming on the south side means that this game is about to go. We're even going to speed up the recording. This game is about to go to Spooky Ghost because there ain't no one to clear this massive Zerg wave. Alright, so Zeratul's back up. Though, boy, he got chunked there between the Yrel and the percent damage. And we are going to game 3, my friends. Alright, that one was a win for our blue team of Spooky Ghosts. This time I'm going to remember to go to the recap screen. Sorry about that last time. It's been a bit. That's my thing, and I need to be better. Arthas surviving in melee, but I think I would have loved to have seen some Death Lord and Immortal Coil for staying alive, but he definitely was trading very well with Yrel when he was able to. Stats, you can see kills actually heavily in favor of our blue team, which I think led to their victory. What's our Genji score here? Let's see. 100% kill participation, only died that one time. So well played by Boundrix. A great map for Genji, and well played by Boundrix on the Genji. Back to talents one more time. Another game that ended before level 20. You can see level 19 to level 17. All right, let's quit this replay. Come back over here. It's going to take me all the way out of the game because I am doing something from a previous version of the game, even though it's the same major patch. There's been some hot fixes that have created a new version number and thus making it so I have to exit the game completely and come back in after each map. Hey, Xtrex, you're on a watch streak. I appreciate it. I know there's a lot of ways you can spend your evening, and even a lot of ways you can spend your Heroes of the Storm evening. So I appreciate you being here. Alright. So let's find our last game. We're going to game 3, my friends. Alright, and game 3 is going to be on, we don't know yet. We know it's not Towers, we know it's not Volskaya, Garden of Terror, Sky Temple, Infernal, or Braxis. But it could be Alterac, Curse, Dragonshire. Could be Tomb. Could be Sky Temple. Oh no, it can't be Sky Temple. Scratch that. It's loading. I don't even know yet. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's Tomb. It's a really, really loud Tomb of the Spider Queen. Alright, let's stop the screaming here. Alright. So our blue team of Spooky Ghosts, we have Rogoth on the Diablo, Boundrix on the Sylvanas, Little Wolf as the Rhaegar, Kalidas as the Li Ming, and Eric with a K coming in as the Dahaka. For our red team of Dragonsong, we have Demon Grand on the Gazlo, we have Terrorsaur on the Greymane, Dingo on the Nazebo, Wizard Beast as the ETC, and Peach as the Anna. Apparently we had a countdown. Oh, It did not give me the observer interface I wanted, and I wasn't in game. Alright, so we're back to the game 1 observer interface. I apparently needed to tell it again which one I wanted when I logged back in. So in this case, it was the Dragonsong clear that was slightly ahead. With our gigantic talent bar. We could see it at the top of the screen, but my overlay is set for the Ollie OBS, not the baseline OBS, and so it's going to cover up a lot of it. I believe that's Big Game Hunter. Yep, Big Game Hunter for the Gazlo. He's going quick after this camp. Spooky Ghost very early, right away on their bruiser camp. We now have Terrorsaur a little bit beat up for it, but he's taken the bruiser camp for Dragonsong. Oh, and the rotation bottom means that Gazlo loses his camp and his first death in this map 3. I would say relatively for free, but the experience lead that has now been picked up because of that dead Gazlo has been pretty pronounced. You can see almost half a level, which doesn't feel like a lot, and yes, it's an early level, but it definitely can add up. Oh, big slide. Will the Rhaegar go down? Great anti-heal there, and good finish by the Greymane. He does fall, Rogoth being able to pick up the counter kill with that demon charge, shadow charge there at the end. And Nazebo from Dingo does have good clear. It just tends to be a little bit slower, and so I think they wanted that Greymane to be able to help with that clear. We see the Boundrix coming in on the Sylvanas. I do think Demon Grand spotted them, but it was a rotation that didn't cost them very much to see if they could get something. Oh, power slide on the Diablo. And everybody lives. So we're seeing some careful play by both teams. Kalidas is having some great angles on these Li Ming magic missiles and orbs coming through. So obviously some mastery with the hero because they're working these angles. They're using the walls, they're playing with sight lines, they're picking on people. .58 on Nazebo already, so this map does kind of lean towards Nazebo being able to rotate. We do see the kill down here. We're in a rewind, so we're going to use the rewind function. So Gazlo very forward, looking for the kill, and because of that, Boundrix is just able to get down and kind of hunch in with that Dahaka burrow and stay alive, while Boundrix comes in having far more mobility on Sylvanas than a Gazlo would, and now he's alive. So between Essence and a couple of globes in a little bit of time, Eric with a K doing just fine, holding on to them 27 gems. Wizard Beast going for the delay. Not going to get a whole lot there other than perhaps getting the Dahaka to think better before he comes in. Oh, Kalidas. Kalidas's position got Peach to overextend there, and Rogoth was able to come in. Kalidas being a diligent person there, thinking, hey, I got my 12 in, maybe I'll get this one more in too. Kalidas now playing tank Li Ming, keeping people away from the turn-in so that Rogoth could dump his 20-something gems that he had. But now we have first turn-in for the side of Spooky Ghosts. You can see that half-level lead has now turned into nearly a full-level lead, and it's right there in the kill count, 4-1. 2 of them being Gazlo, which off lane kills, I'm telling you, and in the current patch, killing the off lane is going to be so valuable from an experience perspective. Oh, ETC, wall bang, deadly tongue, super low. I goofed my camera there for a second, but he gets away. Sylvanas with the black arrows, finishing off that bottom cannon tower. The gate has fallen too. Dahaka will get this top cannon tower in bottom lane. I don't know that they get the full wall here. I think they probably could pick up this bottom cannon tower just because it's so low. Oh, sleep dart. Diablo's sleeping on the job. And they actually get both, so, you know, I just caster cursed those 2 cannon towers. And Dahaka falls in the bottom lane. Again, we got the rewind button. Let's go. Oh, he started taking towers. Yep, his wave fell, and so he took a couple of tower shots, and that finished him off. So Demon Grand very low. I'd want you to be very careful, Demon Grand. Boundrick's over here, picking up the camp. Little Wolf coming in, Rhaegar being the supreme camp taker among the healers in the game. Oh, Demon Grand going for this. We see a Diablo Shadow Charge and a tongue. We see the wallbang. The tongue actually I think missed, but... Oh, the next tongue doesn't. Wow. Great rotation by Peach and Wizard Beast to save Demon Grand there. He was so low. It was crazy. Alright, we do see a level 10 picked up. We see APOC. We see, I believe that's Isolation. It is. We see Wave of Force. We see the Possession and Ancestral Healing. Oh, big orb through the wall there. Again, great lines there. I realize I'm geeking out a little bit, but they're doing well. Alright, 10s are now here. Oh, dang it. Showing my timers on the replay. We see Gravo Bomb, we see the Cursed Bullet, we see Gargantuan, we see Mosh Pit, and we see Nano Boost. And Dahaka down there just doing his darndest, trying to take apart that wall. Does he have his burrow? I don't even know, because it's not showing. I do think Eric is in trouble. Oh, an ult committed for it though, and yeah, he tries to get out with the ETC slide. He created as much space as he could. His team now has a wave and a half up here top lane. The red team, Dragonsong, did pick up the turn in there, complete that, but to lose this fort, or darn near most of it, is a great consolation for Spooky Ghosts. Even though they lost their offlaner and some gems with it. Alright, so now it's Dragonsong's turn to see what they can get done with this turn in. They are somewhat abandoning mid to just get free cleared, and instead focusing on that bottom lane with the Gazlo and that top lane with the rest of the team. Experience has turned into very even as our kill count narrows as well. There's not a lot to this, but with the Gargantuan, that's a whole new minion to help. Diablo under fort, lots of health. The Cursed Bullet does go into him, but we don't see very much of that top fort going down. Oh, Gazlo might die to the Isolation. He does. Another pick off in that off lane. And he was really only able to get the wall. So we see now for Spooky Ghosts, they are closer to turn in. They have more structure damage done on the map. Oh, and are we baiting this camp? We're certainly warding it. Dahaka does get out. Perhaps if the Mosh Pit had been committed, but we see Spooky Ghosts knowing their opponents are on the other side of the map with no globals, and they go for the boss. They also have a chance of hitting 13 beforehand, but I don't know that, yeah, they're not going to make it in time. Yeah, I can't complain about being safe and checking the bush there. Oh, big 3-man Gravo. And the boss finishing off the Anna. Oh, this is a tough one. They lose Anna, they lose Gazlo. The the top fort does nothing. Bot fort's actually pushing with that camp that Dragonsong picked up. And we can see the side of Spooky Ghost running towards turn-in. They do need Dahaka's turn-in and even part of Diablo's. Or Dahaka can just pick up another gem, which he's now done. So the boss gets cleared relatively easily by Dragonsong, but Spooky Ghost is able to essentially complete a turn-in. Dahaka will get there when Dahaka dang well pleases, and finish off 2 forts now for it. And that double kill does give them a little bit of an experience lead and a head start towards level 10. Alright, Diablo does not get his gems in. Dahaka was able to put in a portion of his. And this bottom fort has got to be just an easy focus, because they know they're going to lose bottom fort for Spooky Ghosts, so you might as well have an even. But they're looking for a kill. Oh, they got the BTC. The APOC was not yet up, so nothing there. We do see the burrow in from the Dahaka. Alright, here's the camp. Will it get it? I think it'll get it. And we see now the 5-man commitment to top lane from Spooky Ghosts. The 1 cannon tower's already down. The bottom wall is down. The gate's very low. Oh, a tongue on the Dahaka. An isolation. But the power slide. Oh. Whew. Whew. Greymane was close. We do see the Ancestral go out on the Diablo, keeping him in the fight that much longer. Half this keep is gone. And we see the tongue on the ETC. Man, that was close. And the APOC at the end of it. I would have liked to have seen Spooky Ghost just simply work on the fort. Ooh, Wizard Beast getting mighty low there. So Spooky Ghost does get bottom fort and a huge portion of both mid keep and top keep. I would have liked them to just hit the building, but everybody is back up. I believe it was Diablo death there, and so souls reset. Let's see. Yes. So Diablo won't be quite as tanky, needs to do some farming of souls, but in trade-off he got to get back on the map right away. Which in this late game scenario I think is very powerful for them, but he does need to be careful for the next few moments while he is lining up that additional soul collection again. Alright, we see the turn in. Oh, Pterosaur, I appreciate the aggression. I just think it might have been a bit early. I don't know that there was a way for the team to follow and make that kill. And you can see Diablo just very quickly getting healed back up. So top keep did fall somewhere in the mix. I was not paying attention, but it was rather low. Mid keep is extremely low as well, and the lanes are definitely pushed in onto Dragonsong. This is their farthest out lane, so they are here pushing in. We see the missed tongue, we see the basket. The Diablo did get pulled by the nano boost on the Gazlo. He is very much alive, but I don't know that the nano boost was able to be capitalized on there. Just with the unlucky timing of it. First keep of the game for Dragonsong. Moving up to top lane now. This spider, or web weaver, has dropped down quite a bit, and they do lose health as they march. Oh, great tower dive. Towers don't do anything to help basically now. I realize they give armor. but the counter engage with the APOC, the resets for the Li Ming, the chase also from the Sylvanas. This is going to potentially be a triple kill. Diablo is working on cooldowns there. Oh, the Gazlo dies. He does buy space for his team. Oh, the Dahaka. Anna's in a corner. Anna will die. Oh, the Dahaka misses the tongue, but Diablo doesn't miss the shadow charge. And now the isolation. Everybody's dead. 5 people alive for Spooky Ghost. This might be the final push. Li Ming, oddly enough, is a very good solo defender, but she is on the attacking team, so I don't know that I see Greymane being able to whittle the entire team. 15%, 12, 7, 6, 1, and that's the ball game, folks. Alright, we'll come over here to game summary. We're going to show it this time. We're going to remember to show it. Alright, so you can see the talents. Dahaka actually lost some of his gambits, but he, man, had some great moments there. Kills again in favor of Spooky Ghosts. Poor Demon Grand was the target of many a rotation for the gank. So we do see this series going over to Spooky Ghosts. Oh, I closed my controller. I didn't realize that. Alright, so it is 2-1 for Spooky Ghosts, even though I don't have a good way to adjust that on screen right now. One of these days I'll get back into casting a little bit more and be a little bit snappier on everything. But this has been an NGS Rewind cast. My name is Valcomer. Thanks for spending your time with me. We will show the talents over here as well. Again, this was a victory for Spooky Ghosts, our blue team, and they are now the 3rd seed in B West. Dragonsong is the 6th seed in B West, and that puts them in the playoffs as a repeat. This particular match was played about 3 weeks ago, not quite, but close, and we will see a rematch just here shortly. So, looking forward to great things. Well played by both teams. Congratulations to Spooky Ghosts on this one. Thanks everybody for being here. I'll catch you next time. And my traditional shout out of hi mom. Have a great night, everybody. Check out nexusgamingseries.org for more information. Season 20 is coming to a close here. We're about to enter the playoffs, but Season 21 is just a couple of months away. So come join us there. It's a lot of fun. Thanks, everybody.